Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to celebrate Thanksgiving and do good with a Turkey Day workout. Okay, so before you say, oh, this is so cheesy, no, it's not, because there's no cheese in this recipe. This is the by dish, exercise specific Turkey Day exercise, equipment free. Feel free to add equipment if you want. You can hold on to dumbbells, you can hold on to bottles of water, bottles of wine before drink. Are heavier than after you drink them. Just keep that in mind. So every exercise is going to have a name of a dish. Why do we do this? We do this not to be silly, but to help you recall them, right? So every time you're having the X dish on Thanksgiving or the day after, you might just be thinking about this exercise instead, or at least I hope so. So today we are going to start with the yam. So we're going to yam it out. Okay, so I have my clock going. We are starting at 1 minute exactly. Let's squat. We're gonna yam it out. Yam it out. Okay, this is the shape of a yam. It kind of looks like a yam. It's like a yam. We yam down. We're squatting and raising our arms up, pressing our hands through. We're breathing. Let's get 3 breaths in. Inhale, exhale. Now let's get through where we push down through the feet. Down through the feet. Down through the feet. Let's get through where we really push into the hands. Push into the hands. Push into the hands. Push into the hands. Good, let's keep going. We'll just quicken the pace just a little bit as we come to the finish line for this. We're just about in a minute. Shoot your hands back, breathe. 2 and 1. Our next one is the cranberry sauce. That was just over 1 minute. Let's start with our cranberries. Cranberries are tart and sprightly. High knees, high knees, high knees. Now you notice I stepped off side to side, right? You can take as much movement as you need. What is the point of this? What do we step onto every day, right? Sets of stairs, we step into the car. This is warming up your hip flexors, your lower abs. I'm being really kind of careless with this movement, kind of free with this movement. I'm gonna now tighten up my cranberries so they're extra tight. Place your hands on top of each other, push palm to palm, continue. This brings in your core. You can even act as if you were gonna crunch your hands down to meet your knee. Good, I notice I'm holding my hands up a little bit too high. So I want to press the hands a little bit lower so that I don't use my neck, but I use my uppermost abs. We're just getting done with the cranberry in 3, 2, and 1. Oh, you're gonna love this one, or hate me forever, because every time you eat mashed potatoes, you're gonna think about this. At a split position, you can have your back foot down, okay? Or you could have it lifted. I'm gonna keep it lifted. This is the harder way because it's more unstable. Now we're just gonna whip those potatoes in that mixing machine, just like Mom did in the good old days. Okay, now I'm gonna turn to face you. We've got 1 foot forward, I don't care which one, just switch it at some point. I'll tell you what point that is. We are just swiveling around our mashed potatoes, watching them whirl in that KitchenAid mixer. Again, your back foot down gives you more stability. You're just trying to get more rotation. In fact, the back foot down, we really start to feel that extra rotation through the back hip. We're gonna spend a little bit more time here trying to increase the range of motion. As you're swiveling your body side to side, you should feel this immensely through your waistline, wrapping it back together after you stuffed it full. 1 more time. Silly. All right, good. Let's come up and shake it out. We're gonna come to the other side. Mashed potatoes. Who doesn't have an extra serving of my mashed potatoes? I know you do, even if it's like 2 tablespoons. We're like, oh, just a little bit more. So we're just gonna do a little bit more on this side. Other foot forward. I'll turn off to the side so you can see. We're turning. Now, the difference between the second helping and the first helping is this side might feel really different than the other side did. You might feel more or less stable You might feel like you can't really turn to one side or the other. So now we're going to drop that back foot, and we're just going to keep going and just observe where your upper body can twist and turn, where you feel it in your legs and hips. You do want to keep your back leg relatively straight, okay, but light bend in both. Good, I buried the lead on here, but you are free to shorten or eliminate your rotation and just kind of bounce into like some cranberry potatoes. We are done with that one. Now we have the turkey, of course, and you don't just have one part of the turkey, it's like white or dark meat, right? So we're gonna wing it out with our turkey wings now. So there's a song where it goes, wing it out, or bring it out, bring it out. So we're gonna wing it out, wing it out. We're gonna start with our hands here. Okay, actually here. Here are our turkey wings. Now I'm gonna bring my turkey wings down a little bit, and I'm gonna wing it out, wing it out. So it's thumbs out, arms down, up and in. Out, down, up, in. Out, down, up, in. So now we're gonna talk through what you're feeling here. You don't wanna bring your thumbs up too high, because that will just use your overly used already neck muscles. So what I'd like you to try to do is think about this little sliver of space in your spine, right when your spine comes together, as you raise your arms up. And I'd like you to think about stretching the back of your arms as your thumbs come into your armpits. This could be very easy at first and become very challenging. So I'm just gonna breathe now. The breath does not correspond with this movement. This is just shoulder cap endurance. 3 more times. That's great. Oh man, we've got turkey legs coming up. That was our turkey wing it out, wing it out. We've got turkey legs. Turkey leg, turkey leg. I'm gonna switch off. I'm gonna leave a lot of space for stability in my lower body. Okay? You can do one leg at a time. Actually, I'm gonna switch it off to that in a second. Now, I'd like you to notice a few things. I'm gonna turn off to the side. I'm not standing up stick straight because I would never stand stick straight if I wanted to be stable on something. So I'm gonna get into a ready stance. A little bit bend in the knees. Okay? I'm using everything from the waistline that we just did in our mashed potatoes, okay, all the way down through the balance that we achieved in our high knee cranberry to chest. First 6, then we'll go one leg at a time for a little bit of a concentrated dark meat turkey leg. Yes, anyone who knows me, you know I'm vegan, and so this is extra silly. Tofurkey. All right, let's go for our tofurkey legs now. So we're just gonna do 12 nice and tight. Soften up the standing leg. I want you to lean off to that side a little bit and kick and touch. Kick, touch. If you need a support, pretend I had a support on the wall here, please feel free to take it. I might at times, because that knee tends to fall over with me. So if I can't get it to stay out because the hip is really tight, then I just use the hand support to help get the right muscles to work. All right, one more time. Good. Okay. One thing I've learned over 16 years is you can't have it all, right? So you pick a point of focus, give it a few rounds, then pick a new point of focus, okay? So let's focus on getting our weight over to the left, and we're gonna swing it out to the right. My point of focus now is gonna be on clasping the legs back together. Yours might be on achieving balance. Now I'm noticing the knee is wibble wobbling. So I'm going to slow it down, okay, maybe stabilize my stance a little bit. Whatever, if you don't feel it in your booty by now, then you never will. Gee, Monica, I only feel it in my ankle and foot. Heard, let's take a quick pause interlude for our last dish of the day, which is to acknowledge that you're holding weight in the bottom of your leg. Take a moment, stretch it out through the ankles and quads. Just, pull a leg up, wiggle them out, shake them out, shake them out. Now, I'd like you to do just one of each, driving the leg up while pushing the weight up into the hips. Hips down, hips down. The weight is going to want to sink downwards to get your leg up. That's why we get so much pressure in that leg. Come up, be up, lift up, go up, add a weight, add a ball, right? What is the real life equivalent of this? When you're at the airport and you're trying to sneak that extra heavy oversized bag into the overhead bin, what do you do with the bag? You lift it up, you reach up, you go up. Your core and your hips help you achieve that. When we don't have our core and our hips getting our heavy bag up and down, then we have a shoulder problem. But don't worry, we've done the turkey workout. We've got this, we've got this, we've got all of the good stuff. Okay, now we've got our stuffing. I'm gonna do the incline version of this first. Push-up position. You can do it on the floor. You can sneak back and do it on the floor. Push-up position, hold, okay? We don't wanna look like this, and we don't wanna look like this. So we want to look like we're trying to make the shape of a beautiful triangle. Look at the space between my body and the limbs. There's a triangle shape there. I'm going to turn to face my neck with a long neck and soften the elbows. Good. When you soften the elbows, your hips don't sink, gravity doesn't take over, and they don't stay up either. When you soften the elbows, your whole triangle, that little plank there, goes down with you. The whole body moves as one unit. The whole body moves as one unit. How do you do that? Imagine leading with the topmost part of your quads, like someone had a light pressure on the very top part of your booty, just pressing it slightly down and up. Feel free to hold if this doing a push-up is too hard for you. Feel free to take a floor position. We are on our stuffing. What are we stuffing it with? Now that it's ready to go, okay, it's all marinated with the spices. We're gonna stuff it with knee tucks just for 12. 1, 2, breathe. Point your toes. Breathe. Exhale. Push with the hands. 2 and 1. Guess what's last? It goes all over the top. Gravy, baby. We're gonna do a forward hang. I'm gonna go over a minute on this, which will end us at about 14 minutes, okay? So first we're gonna take a big deep breath in. Just facing the side so you can see the overhead. Big deep breath in. We're getting past our hot grade bowl. We're just letting everything melt over the plate. And we're just gonna start melting from the top of the head, softening the knees first. Top of the head comes down towards the floor. Let your head dangle first. Pull your belly button into your spine next. Pull your belly button in, let your head hang. Your body is melting gravy, baby. Down to the floor. Spread your knees and keep bending your knees. Liberally, keep your belly button tucked up into your spine. Take a big deep breath in. Breath out, bend the knees and fold. Breath out, you can still draw your ribs in to protect your back. Pull your tailbone down. Big breath in. And breath out. Ooh, let the knees bend. Let the gravy fold. Check your head by shaking. No more turkey dishes, please. Good. You can grab your shins, calves, ankles. Big breath in. Sorry, talk down here. And out. Press through the heels. Pull your butt in. Bend your knees more. Look forward at your horizon. Press your hands against your shins. Slide your hands slowly up, pressing them first against your knees back. Straightening your legs slowly as you come up. Pressing them against your thighs. Push your heels down. Chin away from the chest. Shoulders up first. Hips forwards next. Shoulders down and back. Wiggle waggle your fingers. Breath in, arms up overhead. And out. Wonderful. Happy Turkey Day. Grateful for you. And we'll see you on the flip side.